Okay, good morning. Good morning. Today is Saturday, August the 13th. So this is the second little pre-record video that I'm going to do. This video is going to be about Courtney Tailor and Christian, her Nigerian king. And I also want to talk about that Spirit's airline agent that was out there fighting that Latino woman. Okay, first let's talk about that because with the Courtney Tailor situation, I wasn't going to talk about it, but I see other people are talking about it. And they're really talking about it because, black men like to say that non-black men are non-black women are so feminine that they're so submissive. But we see that they're not. Okay? Honestly, they're just not like that. Black men are just telling a lie. They just tell you whatever they want to tell you to make you feel bad about yourself or to make black women feel like they're just not good enough. That's just not the case. Courtney was tearing his ass up in that elevator. She was tearing his ass up. Okay, she slapped her Nigerian king, punched him in his head, was pulling his hair. She was giving uh that energy out here. She was kind of like not playing no type of games. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys like to call them spicy Latinas. Well, I guess this was a spicy Karen because she was not playing any games. Okay. So apparently she stabbed him in his heart and, they charged her with second-degree murder. So she's locked up right now. But I will say free Courtney Tailor. I hope that you saved up your money from OnlyFans, girl, because I know you was making some bags off of that, honey. I know you was bringing in the money because a lot of times when it comes to those type of situations, black males fetishize these women. They fetishize them, and so non-black women they play into being fetishized and they make money off of it. So that's pretty much what she did. This Christian Nigerian king, it seemed like he was like her errand boy. He was trying to be with her, trying to use her for money, trying to lay up underneath her, ride on her coattail. But he was pretty much like her errand boy. She tell him to do something, he do it. She looks like she may have been a drug addict because the way how she was acting, it looked like she was fiending or she was throwing some type of tantrum tantrum or something like that. So she may have been on drugs because I think when they arrested her, she was somewhere getting help for mental illness and her drug addiction. So I believe she was an addict. She didn't really care about him. You can tell that Courtney Tailor was a renegade. She wasn't about allowing no black man to boss her around and tell her what to do. She was the person that was making all the money. He was laying up on her. She only really had him around to be her to do boy, like her errand boy. Like if she wanted something from the store, she'd send him to the store, wash her clothes, wash her car. That's pretty much what he was doing because she was pretty much busy getting this money. So he was pretty much like an errand boy. She'd tell him what to do. He was like her little Nigerian slave, stuff like that. So, he was giving off the feminine, docile energy when it came to Courtney Tailor tearing his ass up in that elevator. Now, if that was a black woman, he would have fought back. If that was a black woman, he would have fought back. He probably would have knocked her out in that elevator. But with white women, black males, they got enough sense to know they hit white women when they call the police. More than likely, they gonna lock his black ass up. They don't care if you're a black immigrant or you a black American. If he was to do something to Becky and she called 911, when they get there, they're gonna see that black male as the aggressor. So that's pretty much probably why he didn't put his hands on her. Now, if that was a black woman, the same black woman that he said he didn't like, that were ghetto, that didn't have any class, that was always trying to be seen and loud and everything like that, if that was that type of black woman, he would have probably knocked her out. But because it was a white girl with blonde hair, we don't know if that's her natural hair color because a lot of non-black women, especially white women, they dye their hair. So sometimes these black men don't even know their natural hair color, but they're bothering you about weave and makeup. Telling you, oh, you're wearing somebody else's hair. That's cultural appropriation. Oh, you're stealing their identity and all type of shit. Only a felon that ain't got shit to do, that got to fly overseas to pay for ass to get a little bit of ass will say shit like that. A felon, okay, would say something like that. So with that situation, like I said, that's whatever he gets. I hope, that's my hopes, that more black men can get their TVs turned the fuck off by Becky, Maria, and everybody else, because for some reason they think that all these non-black women want them, and they don't. Some of these non-black women despises you apes. They see how you treat women. They see how you treat children. They know you don't have no respect and love for your own fucking mother. So why would these other races of women respect you? You don't need any respect. You act like a feminine bitch to me. You need to be pushed the fuck around. And so Courtney decided to take you out of your fucking misery and stab you in your fucking heart. She was tired of you leeching off of her, and she wanted you gone, because they said many times she tried to kick him out of that apartment. She was telling that nigga to go. She did not like him. She wanted him to go. She thought he was retarded. She thought he was slow as fuck. Okay, even though she got with a black Nigerian immigrant, first generation, second generation, whatever, even though she got with one of them, she still didn't respect you fucking apes. All across the globe, no one respects black men. Okay, give. Also, I'm going to talk about that Spirit's airline agent, that fat black man with that pop belly, with his disgusting overweight ass, feminine aggressive ass, trying to be up in somebody's face. Everybody's going around and saying, oh, she hit him. But prior to her hitting him, he was in her personal space. He was bumping into her with this fat ass stomach. He probably couldn't even find his dick underneath that fucking stomach. Okay. And in my personal opinion, I think he was trying to flirt with the woman. This is what black men do. I've seen this on numerous occasions in my life. Black men will pick a fight. They will pick a disagreement. They will say something to get underneath a woman's skin so they can get up in her face, so they can put their hands up on her, so they can get a free feel, so they can get some fucking attention. And what I believe is he was attracted to that Latino woman, but he was shocked that that Latino woman didn't have no love for his big fat ass. That's what it was. He probably thought she was attractive. So sometimes they do any and everything to get your fucking attention. I see this all the time. You could be out in public minding your fucking business, and you will find these apes lurking around staring at you. Staring at you, okay? They'll be looking at you. I had an older black man do that to me the other day. And I was thinking like, nigga, drive the fuck off. Like I was literally doing something to my tire. Okay. And I was dressed, it's summertime, so you ain't got that much clothes on. So I was dressed really kind of cute. Some people would say sexy. And this old black male, he was done pumping his gas. It's time for him to drive off. He sat there the whole time watching me messing with my tire, watching me go into my trunk. He sat there the whole time like a fucking predator, like a pedophile. He sat there the whole damn time and watched every fucking move I make. They do this all the time. They prey on women. They stalk women. They want women to give them attention who don't want their ugly ass. And so that's what I believe happened. I believe he thought that was an attractive woman because that's a lighter skinned Hispanic. She looked like she was Dominican or white Puerto Rican or something like that. But she was on the lighter skin. But you can tell by the way she was talking that she was Latino. You can tell that she was Hispanic. But in my personal opinion, he was all in that woman's space. He was bumping that woman with his stomach. She told him to get out of her face. That fucking fat nigger talking about no. That's who they are. If you don't want to deal with them, don't want them nowhere near you. They will force themselves in your presence. Force you to look at their ugly ass. Force you to talk to them. Nobody cares, bitch. We don't want any of you. I don't give a fuck if you from Africa, any country in Africa. We don't give a fuck if you Jamaican, Haitian. We don't give a fuck if you coming from Canada. We don't give a fuck if you coming from Europe. You a black nigga in Europe. We don't want none of y'all ass. We don't want any of you. Not even the black American ugly niggas. We don't want them either. So I know this for a fact. They suspended that black guy. But I tell you this right here, if it was a black woman doing all that, you would not have seen any of those black men stand up for that black woman. They stand up for that Latino woman because she's their preference and they probably thought she looked good. But if it was a black woman, because black men see this all the time, they see black men brutalizing black women in public. They see black women being brutalized behind closed doors. And these black men, even your daddy, even your brother, don't stand up to that man and stop that man from doing what he's doing to you. But because this was a Latino woman fighting up with this black male, a spicy Latino woman that was not backing down, that was exhibiting all of these characteristics that you say black women have. They say we're combative. They say we're masculine. We talk too much. We're loud. We're rude. We're ghetto. She was exhibiting all of that. And I promise you, niggas, those same niggas would date that woman and they will find that woman attractive. See, the characteristics that they don't like about you, they do like it on non-black women. They just don't like that you black. And most of these niggas hate being black, okay? So what's the point of keep birthing a group of niggas that hate being black and hate the women who birthed them? It doesn't make any sense. But that's all that happened. He didn't even really work for Spirit's airline. He came through another company, which I'm pretty sure was a temp service. A lot of these black males that got criminal records, that got all these little things going on with them, they have to go through temp services to get on these people's jobs. They cannot pass background checks. A lot of them are violent felons. That's the same thing with these construction workers. You will see all these black men go through the temp service because they got these felonies. They got this criminal record. So that black, fat, overweight nigger that should back away from the table with his big, fat, sloppy ass, probably can't even find his dick, like I said before. He was so pent up with anger because in his real life, nobody don't want his fat ass, but low-tier women. That's the only one would date his out-of-shape, fat, old ass. Low-tier women. He's unprofessional. He cannot control his temper. He does not belong on a job, let alone working at an airport somewhere. He does not need to be there. I do not know when that lady told him to get out of her face. I do not know why he didn't move on about his fucking business, because they always got to fight up with women. This is the only group of men that got more smoke for women than they got for men. They like to say equal rights. Equal rights don't mean you get to beat women you fucking ate. Equal rights don't mean you got the right to put your hands on somebody who don't want you, bitch. Equal rights says you just because you want to holler at somebody don't mean they got to stop and listen to what the fuck you talking about. They don't want your number. They don't want your conversation. A lot of women, including non-black women, don't even want you in their fucking face with your stink ass breath. They don't even want you in that type of world where women are selling stuff for services. They don't even want you. They don't even want your money. You're violent. You're evil. You're sexist. You're possessive. You're controlling. You're thieves. Nobody even want to entertain you when it comes to the sex work industry. They don't even want you around. They don't even want you around. If you want to have conversations with these women will tell you they don't want them apes nowhere around them. They exclude them apes out of their business. They don't even want their money. That's why they have to go to these third world countries to go trick over there to get women who don't got nothing going on. Them women at this point don't got nothing to lose. They're trying to get money so they can take care of themselves and their families in Brazil and all them other countries, including Africa. That's another reason why y'all running your ass to Africa, because you know a lot of those women, they may need to get up out of Africa, so they'll deal with your black American ass for a visa or green card. But you're not even worth the visa and green card. I wouldn't want your marriage. I wouldn't want your fucking name nowhere on a marriage license connected to me at all. And that's why a lot of these foreign women, the Caribbeans and the Africans and these women from other countries, they deal with non-black men. They don't want your ass neither. They don't want black American men. I see black American men crying about how these foreign black women from these other countries don't want them. Nobody don't want you. They see how you treat black women. They see how you treat all women. They see how you treat children. You lazy as fuck. You glorize going to the penitentiary. You glorize being in a gang. You want to be a pimp because your lazy ass want to be tricked out on. That's why they be so jealous of these women that's making money off of these stupid ass men. Because it's easy to get their fucking money. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to talk to these people to get their fucking money. So the niggas are jealous. They're upset. They want to be tricked on. They want to be whining down. They want the money you get. That's why they want to pimp these women, use these women bodies to make money off of. That's how sorry black males are, trying to kidnap women and throwing them into sex traffic because these lazy ass motherfuckers don't want to work. Trying to put women on drugs so they be dependent on their sorry ass. Chasing women all down the street, trying to pimp them. Go get a job, you bum bitch. You are weak trying to leech off of fucking women. That's why most of those women in the sex work industry are renegades. They don't fuck with niggas. They don't do any type of thing for niggas. They don't go nowhere around niggas. They don't entertain niggas. And they don't want them niggas' money. Them niggas know that. But they'll get online and tell you these non-black women want them. Hell nah. Hell nah. They call those non-black women phone. They hang the fuck up on them, bitch. They don't want them niggas nowhere around. They're disgusting. Plus, they're nasty, they stink, and they have a whole bunch of STDs and HIV too. A lot of them on the DL, dirty as hell. Nobody doesn't want that. So that goes for the black males that come from other countries too. We don't want your ass in Black America. Okay, we don't want you either. You guys are failures. That's why you're coming over here to America. You failed your women. You failed your children. You have to run all the way over here to get an opportunity when you can have that same opportunity in your own country. So the men of those women are sorry as fuck. I've talked to plenty women out the Caribbeans. Those black males turn them into single mothers also, beat on them and all types of shit. They are no better than these black American men. All of them are trash. We don't want y'all men, okay? Because I see a lot of these black men come from other countries. They want to push up and get on black American women so they can get that visa and that green card. We don't want you either. We don't want nobody trying to use us for our citizenship, okay? We don't care anything about that. Y'all treat y'all women bad too, just like these black American men treat black American women bad also. Like I saw a clip from a podcast where this Nigerian man was on there looking like he was talking to those black manosphere ass niggers, because some of those black manosphere niggas that be leaving all of these dead comments to black women underneath our comment sections and stuff, that Nigerian man, he looked like he had a college education. But that Nigerian man sat up on that panel with those black manospheres, and I think that damn mammy who was left to be a single mother or got dumped, Six the Goddess, whatever that fucking mammy is, because a lot of these mammies think they can jump on YouTube, show their titties, and dress all sexy in front of the camera, and they're getting the monies out of these dumbass Negroes. Okay, a lot of them doing that. It's another girl that sits on here that claims to be married and gets on the camera with all her titty out, all her legs out, always standing up, jumping up in the camera. I thought you married, bitch. So a lot of these women that are speaking this black manosphere rhetoric, a lot of these women are basically getting those niggas to trick on them. They know what they're doing. Like a lot of these niggas are gullible. They get rejected a lot. So for y'all to be thinking that women just be throwing themselves on them apes, no, they don't. They be running from them apes. They be avoiding them apes. When them apes be calling you, you don't even stop. You keep running. You keep walking. You ain't want to hear that shit. You don't feel protected around these apes. When them apes come around, you grab your purse. You move out of their fucking way. Like if I'm at the gas station and I got too many of them apes standing behind me, I will literally walk out the fucking store. I do not want them apes behind me, because you don't know what them apes about to do. I don't even trust them around me. Don't open my door. Just get the fuck out of the way. Period. I don't like y'all. Like sometimes they be looking at me like, what's her problem? I don't like you, bitch. I'm not the mammy who want to smile in your face. I don't find you attractive. Get lost. I'm not that type of black woman. Okay? Now, I know how to be, respectful when somebody's respectful, but a lot of times when they talking to me, I just ignore it. I act like I don't hear it. I just keep going because they do it a lot. Always trying to get somebody's attention. Always believe you got to stop and listen to what the fuck this dumbass Concord ape talking about. Bitch, I don't care. I don't care what you're talking about, ape. Get away. Shoot, fly. Shoot. If I put one in you. That's why you must stay protected. That's why you must arm yourself. Just like that situation in that airport. He was all on that woman, getting in that woman's personal space. And if y'all would like to see that video is on my community wall. Just hit my community tab and you can see the video where the Spirits Airlines agent fighting this Latino woman. He's been suspended. I hope that they fire him for that fucking temp service that he was working and he never gets a job again. He does not need to be around the public. This is an unprofessional ape, just wilding out, tackling women. It's like he wanted to jump on the woman so he could rape her, feel up on her, whatever he was doing. Just pathetic. But if I was her, I would have ran around that airport because that fat motherfucker out of breath. He can't keep up. I'd have ran that fat bitch all around that airport. He would have lost some weight today. Do not put your belly on me, you disgusting nigga. So, spicy Latino women don't want them. Becky don't want them. Courtney Tailor damn sure didn't want that fucking nigga. She wanted that nigga gone to put that nigga 6 feet deep. Courtney wasn't playing with that big beastie, unattractive, because that dude was not attractive. A lot of times these white women will get with the most ugliest black males you can find. Look at these black males. That's why y'all got to stop tripping over these black men that get with these non-black women. Something is wrong with them dudes. Either they ugly, they got criminal records, they got baby mamas, they paying child support, mental illness, anger problems, lengthy criminal record, a dope dealer, a sex offender. You don't want to be nowhere near that. And I hope that this Courtney Tailor situation is a learning lesson for white women and non-black women that like to fuck with a nigger. Don't involve a nigga in your business. You don't need a nigga pimping you. You don't need a nigga counting your fucking dollars. Let that piece of shit get out there and work. Stop letting these sorry ass niggas ride off of y'all fucking bodies. Stop. And now Courtney Tailor may lose her freedom because she engaged that Nigerian so-called king who came all the way to America to start talking shit about black women. Nobody don't want you ugly niggas. That's why y'all talk shit. We get it. That's why y'all be trying to roast us because y'all got low self-esteem. We know y'all ugly. Y'all know y'all ugly, but y'all be trying to tell us we ugly. No, y'all, we don't come from you. Y'all come from us. So how the hell y'all gonna call us ugly? But sitting around here calling people man and all of that. Back to that Nigerian that was on that panel with them Black Manosphere guys and Six the Goddess. He was on that panel telling those stupid people that he believed that Nigerian women are ugly, that Nigerian women look like men. Then he turned around and said Black American look the best out of all the black women globally. Listen, we don't take that as a compliment. Now, you will have some of those stupid women that follow like Tariq Nasheed and these manosphere dummies. You will have these so-called Black American women that will be in the comments saying, yeah, thank you, I agree. But that's not a compliment. Because a lot of black women, a lot of Black American women still got those strong African features. They still look like some of the people that's in Africa. All of us don't have like a little small nose or European features. All of us are not mixed up like that, even though Black Americans come in all different shades. Some of us are, 60% African, 70%, 85%. But, a lot of us are mixed up with different African countries, a little bit of European blood. Some Black people got Native American in them, but and maybe like a little bit of Asian. It's just a mixture. It depends on where you come from in the United States. But I know in the dirty, dirty South, most of these women have those African features. So for him to say that those Nigerian women are ugly, and this is coming from a Nigerian man on a podcast talking to these black male apes from America. For you to disrespect your women like that, do you think that's a compliment? That's not a compliment because Black American men call us ugly all the time. They say we look like men. They say we look like black men. We ugly. We manly. Our nose too big. They say all of that about us. We're already being called a man by the Black American men and some of the Black American women that's in this country doing that bullshit too. And I think Black women need to stop that. If you don't know that a woman is a man or a tranny, stop calling them transformers. Stop lying on women's gender. Stop trying to script them of what they were born, their birthright. I see a lot of black women in this space that don't have no problem trashing a woman. They don't know if it's a woman or man, and they'll be out here calling you a tranny and a transformer. Stop doing that shit that these niggas are doing. You're doing the same thing to black women that these niggers do. You do the same thing. And y'all need to chill out with that. Some of you black American women are picking up some of the bad habits that these niggers got, and then you're using it up against other black women. Stop it. That's not a compliment. That was disrespectful, and that was disgusting what he said about those African women, because a lot of us do resemble them. Now, I will say this. We all look kind of different. We do look a little bit different from the Caribbeans, and the Africans look different. Black Americans look different. We do look a little different, even though they come to the United States and they start mimicking our language, mimicking our slang. They start dressing like us, doing their hair like us. So you'll be saying, oh, that's a Black American. Well, really, that's a first, second generation immigrant. Okay? That's not a Black American. But I'm not going to say that was okay. That was disrespectful to say about those women. There are beautiful women that come out of Africa. I would be lying if I say there aren't. A lot of those African women are beautiful. It's just that they're not pampered as much, and they're not watered as much as Black American women. And even though we have it all in America, some of us are not put together either. Even though we got all the things that they don't got in America, some of us don't be put together. We don't use all the things that we got in this country to look the best we can look. But don't you dare say those women don't look good. There's some beautiful women coming out of Africa. I've seen them. Okay? So I don't agree with that. There's beautiful women of Black women all over the globe. We range in all different shades. We come from all different mixture. Just like those Creole people in Louisiana. See how light they are? But they would be considered Black Americans. Some of us are a little bit more mixed up bloodline than some, but we all classify ourselves as Black Americans. That's why we need to stop with that colorism shit. That shit needs to end, because what that colorism does for the Black women that are dark skinned, that suffer from low self-esteem, it is affecting the Black women who are dark skinned that don't have low self-esteem. You're making them have low self-esteem because you're all over the place crying about, oh, nobody doesn't want me, nobody doesn't want to date me because I'm dark skinned. Okay, that has a lot to do with your self-esteem, not because, oh, everybody don't want to date you. That's what you're telling yourself. That. So you keep telling yourself that you're going to start to believe that, and your self-esteem is going to start to go low. So for the dark-skinned women who are confident and look good, stop throwing that shit off on the rest of us. Because you're making those women have self-esteem issues, insecurities, because you're always crying about yours. I wish y'all would stop. Y'all all over the place. I can't come on TikTok without y'all crying about that colorism shit. The reason why y'all cry so much about that, because y'all prefer Black men and they don't prefer you. And you're trying to force yourself in a place, force yourself in the Black male's heart when there's no space for you. That's the problem. That's what's really bothering you women that cry about colorism all the time. You want Black men, and you know that you're not the one he's putting on a pedestal, and you're upset. Sometimes you're jealous. Let's be real. Sometimes you're jealous and you're a little insecure of these lighter skinned women. And that's what's going on. I'm not going to say lighter skinned women are not insecure and not jealous of dark skinned women, because I've seen that happen too. Whenever dark-skinned women are getting shine, whenever the spotlight is on them, you will see these lighter, and I'm talking about like high yellow, you know what I'm saying? Those type, or biracials, you will see them trying to come in and take the shine from dark-skinned women. I get it. But we have to understand we're all Black women. Okay? We're not going to win like that, crying about skin color. See, we got a lot of different things we got to deal with, but that should not be an issue between Black women. Black women should not be fighting about their skin complexion. And these people that promote this colorism shit has done so much damage to the sisterhood, and having Black women all on TikTok battling each other. And I know these non-Black people like, why the fuck are they arguing about who's light and who's brown and who's dark skinned? They're all Black. But these biracial people are coming into the space saying they're black too, which I think is very disrespectful for the biracial women to claim only being black. You're not the same as a fully black woman. And so a lot of times when you throw yourself in a category with the black woman, they believe that all of us need to look like you because you have more European features because you're biracial. Or you have some different features because you're mixed with Latino, or you mixed with Asian, or you mixed with this. A lot of you come from the black male's nutsack. A lot of you biracial women, when we come across you, that's who your father is. That ate. So you come into these spaces and you totally disregard the women that have two black parents. Whenever you make an announcement, you need to let people know you're mixed. Because for some reason, they believe all of us need to look like you biracial women, and you biracial women are not fully black. And I think that's not right for you to come in a space where fully black women are and just claim that you're black and try to take all the spotlight from them. That's not right. Claim both of your sides. Don't be on TikTok, dark fishing, trying to tell people you just black, and then we dig in your background, you's a damn mixed woman. Don't do that. If I was to have biracial children, I would never allow my children to step the line above fully black women. I would never. I would tell my daughter straight up and down, don't you ever, ever disrespect them, and don't you ever be claiming that you fully black and you're not. Always say biracial, always say that you're mixed with black and whatever. But they do this a lot too, and I don't think that's right because a lot of people are believing, oh, well, these black women look good, but these black women don't look good. These black women are mixed up with other shit that ain't even fully black. So that's why you're gonna get that the light eyes and the long, long curly 4C, not 4C, 4B or 3C or 3B or whatever hair type. But that's all I got to say on that topic. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.